Well, oh well. And here we are in the first game of the finals. Very excited about this. Hopefully we get some good games. So obviously they're all going to be PVZs. And down in the bottom left corner we have our blue Protoss DarkCaptainX.
Yep.
And up in the top right corner we have our yellow Zerg PureFazz.
Yes, we do.
Who apparently has his dad watching today, so hello to him.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh God.
Supportive
Oh, God.
dad, that is.
The pressure. The pressure. You can't do anything wrong now.
No.
You can't even trash talk. This is terrible. Why would he do this to himself?
Maybe his dad's into StarCraft, I don't know. But it looks like Dark Captain's either going to be doing something weird or it's Forge Fast Expand.
I expect weird Forge Fast Expand would be alright on this map.
The probe is heading across the map already, so
He's
checking for
still...
expansion, I believe.
We could be seeing Spawning Pool coming up in a second. It's probably what should be happening. Oh no, he's going to go for an expansion first, which might be quite bad.
This could be a problem.
Yeah, especially if the Forge does come down, it's really open to a cannon rush. Yep. Especially with this probe already. There goes block.
Pylon block.
Now, what happens here is PureFazz is forced to take his third as the expansion, which makes it much harder to defend, much easier to cannon rush, and then if Dark Captain comes along with some early push, after he's gone Nexus first, if he comes along with an early push or like a 6 or 7 gate push, the distance between the armies and the bases is really spread out, so it's much harder to defend because you're only just getting your third up in your natural, and you've not got much infrastructure, your economy's delayed, your army's delayed, everything's behind because of one freaking pylon.
Yep,
always place that freaking pylon.
It is so useful to block a Zerg's first expansion. It just screws up their entire build. And it does force the spawning pool to go down, maybe sooner than he wanted. He may have wanted more drones. But at the moment, Dark Captain is just expanding himself.
Yeah, the early spawn, the later spawning pool, well, compared to just going spawning pool first, then into the expansion, is also a good thing to note, because it means that you can't deal with cannon rush nearly easily. If your third gets cannon rushed, you're basically screwed, because it takes so long for drones to get there. If they leave the pylon up in your natural, it's basically GG, you can't do anything. Because you can't get up another base, and you don't have any lings or queens or spine crawlers.
Yep, it's a very hard position to be in, but Dark Captain doesn't look like he's going to be aggressive anytime soon, so I mean gateways have only just gone down, there'll still be a while. He's got a defensive cannon, so no lings are going to be effective, but I mean PureFazz still has the base. If he doesn't get attacked, he'll be fine.
Dark Captain has been very reluctant to do anything beyond that pound so far. The Nexus first was very safe to do in the situation, having seen the attempt at the hatchery first. So I think he's playing this quite safe and sensibly, but I would expect to see some big push coming in the next few minutes, with a lot of chrono boost on the cybernetics core for the warp gate. However, he does have 2 gas, which is about the right number to just pump out units with a +1 upgrade.
Yeah, I expected him to take more advantage of PureFazz's position, but he's just macroing up, so Baneling has just gone down.
Everything he's doing is quite alright to do at this point. There's nothing
fine. I mean,
wrong.
There's no need to rush in. It would have been effective, but it's not going to... I mean, he's just ahead right now.
Yeah.
And he's just staying ahead, so it is fine.
Once ahead, stay ahead.
Queen going? It's just left the third. So I don't know what it's doing.
No, I think...
It's heading to the natural, maybe? I don't know what.
He has both his queens on a hotkey, so I think he's accidentally pulled them both.
Ah.
Yeah, he's sending it back now.
He's sending it back now. I was like, where is that? That needs to be
Oops.
by that hatchery. I mean,
That's-
you need to be injecting lava there.
yeah, something's gone very wrong here.
Oh dear. Let's see. Overlord. Did it poke in? Yeah.
Yeah,
it
the
saw-
Overlord poked in, he saw the wall, he saw a lot of stuff. He didn't see the double gas.
No.
No,
No,
but he
but-
has he has
seen
seen
all
the
the
rowboat
structures,
and the gateway in the main base.
Yeah.
We do see +1/+1 coming up for Dark Captain though, and he does have 3 sentries up, so he's very well defended. And if he builds sort of 3 more sentries properly, maybe just 2, and a load of zealots or a zealot stalker mix, he'll be in a fantastic place to just cut the natural and the third apart, run up, kill the third, and then leave.
Well, I mean, I would have expected more by this point. PureFazz has has a lot has a lot of minerals in the bank right now, and a lot of gas as well, actually. So, I'm not sure what he's planning to do with it. I mean, he's got the banelings he could make, but I don't think he's got that many zerglings, has he? 26.
No.
Not that many.
It's enough to keep you sort of safe, and if you're moving about the map with them, it's really good for denying any scouting or pylons. Like, having these 2 zerglings in front of the base is so good, because you can catch any probes that try to come out, or any beginnings to a push or anything, and then just immediately cut your droning and just spam units like a madman. As well as with the 1200 minerals that are banked, just drop 2 spine crawlers at the top of both ramps, just for safety's sake. However, he really needs to be spreading creep down into this sort of space between the bases. Otherwise, he's going to have a lot of trouble defending.
Going for Ling Banelings, you really want creep everywhere, as much as possible. But
Yeah.
the Observer did go right over his army, so Dark Captain knows that there's Banelings now.
Yep, that does.
And he's got a couple of mortals now already, and another one is just about to finish, so his army is looking a bit scary
Yeah,
compared to what PureFazz has got.
however, immortals aren't great against lings. This ling baneling, it could go really well, or it could be a disaster.
Yeah, it's just risky on whether you get those hits.
And with how many sentries do we see now? 5 sentries, all with quite a lot of energy, and not many zealots either. It's gonna be quite difficult to get this, and the Observer's just seen the move out to the south side of the map, and
Yeah,
it's gonna
he's,
come around.
Oh,
Overlord and Toolings spot it, but he needs to come in from 2 or 3 angles here and try and branch around before all the force fields can come down.
yeah, he needs to get that surround, and it's going to be very difficult with
Yeah.
that much energy.
That, and he needs to attack in an open space. He cannot attack next to a wall.
Oh, the Templar Archives just came down. If Storm could be devastating to this composition.
Or just Archons.
Even
Archons
Archons would be good.
destroy us.
Force Field's not very effective.
Bad force fields so far, but there's just so much stuff that the banelings can't get in. Nothing really died there, just a lot of wasted energy and then a lot of lings.
The first few force fields were pretty ineffective, but he did get the ones that helped out eventually.
Yeah,
And
having the
that whole
+1
army went
armor.
down.
The +1 armor and +1 attack that was up at the time was really nice for that fight as well. +2 Protoss attack is now up. +3 weapons just started. Nothing on +2 armor, but this army, there aren't. Okay, there are some force fields left, but there aren't enough links to do anything about this. They're down on upgrades, they're down on units, they're down on everything. It's just.
Yeah, it just doesn't have enough to stop this.
Yeah, there's a huge number of banelings coming in. 14,
There
and
are,
some
and-
spine crawlers, but they're not going to be enough, especially against 4 immortal. It takes 10 banelings to get through a shield, let alone the next 200 health they have to deal with. There's
Yeah, he's
no
gonna
way
need a
he's
lot,
going to
but,
get through this.
There aren't any force fields left, as far as I know. Maybe one. Yeah, there's
Yeah,
one
there's-
left, which is not
there's
going to help
one.
really.
But there's just so much stuff.
Yeah,
And
there's
third,
a lot now. There's now 4
Yeah.
immortals now, and it's going to be very hard to deal with. The Spire has come down, but it's going to take so
Yeah.
long. It's going to be far too late.
double evolution chambers as well. But the Spire needed to be up at sort of 9 minutes, if not before, to be able to do anything. The Banelings connect, but only on the Immortals,
Yeah,
which
that
is
was
the
really
worst thing
bad.
there. The Immortals don't actually do that much damage in this army. It's more the Stokers, because the Immortals just do, 24 damage and then 60 to armoured. So they'll chew through the spine crawlers, but
They
Lings
just
are...
soak up so much of the damage, though.
Yeah.
Like,
The whole point of them in this army is extra force fields in the form of giant walls of meat.
yeah, and obviously they're good for getting the buildings a lot quicker.
Yeah.
Hatchery
Again,
is going to go down. Some of the drones may be able to escape, but it's not going to be much point at this. There we go. GG.
this army would have been really good at killing roaches, and there were no roaches, but it didn't matter.
It
There
did
just
not
wasn't
matter,
enough
no.
stuff.